What's poppin', Misfits? So, I'm gonna give you a little recap of from the beginning of when I told you, you guys, well, you all were gonna see different changes of me. Starting because of me, finding out who my father was, well, who he was, but trying to figure out who he was, just for the simple fact that I didn't even have a clue, and finding him on Ancestry DNA, and me losing my daughter. I told you about myself, about me not having any parents, starting from the age of, well, me being abandoned by my mother by the age of 6, and me being maxed out at 18. So I had to basically raise myself, and DCF raised me. Between myself and DCF raised me. Now, I'm recapping everything for the people who didn't go all the way back and press the YouTube button that says uploads. That should be right there. So I'm going to give you a recap of some stuff for the people who didn't follow directions and start from below and work on up from the beginning. From the beginning on up. So I had to raise myself from the age of 6 all the way to 18 till I maxed out. And I was in foster homes and group homes through my whole life until I maxed out at 18. Okay, for the people in the back, I still don't know where my mother lives. I don't have a telephone number for her. I don't know what town or city, but my biological brothers and sisters do from my mother's side, and they're okay with me not knowing. So they're comfortable with me being separated from my mother. So I've told you about my husband and I, how we, before we got married, how we broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together several times before we ended up married. We've been together 15 years. It's going to be 16 years, August 8th. I've told you about my son, who's in jail right now. I told you that he's been stabbed before on his 16th birthday, trying to get home to his mama. I told you that he's been shot several times. He's been shot several times in Jesus' name. I thank God that he is still here. What else? I've told you about me in general, how I was fighting demons all of my life, because I knew I was different from my siblings because they were a white people, and I was a beautiful pecan. Okay? And I got treated different all my life through my biological mother's side of the family. I never felt comfortable at all. So I was fighting demons. I was fighting some serious demons. I was fighting demons. I didn't do any drugs and stuff like that, but I drank. And it wasn't an everyday thing. It was just when I did drink, I just drunk too much, to where I fall on my ass, I piss myself, I do, whatever. And that went on for a while. Because now I finding out at 40, I asked a person who said that was my father for a DNA test. Lo and behold, we took it. He wasn't my father. So then when that happened, my daughter's father was murdered. That took me over the moon. That right there. So between me finding out that that wasn't my father, and then my daughter's father being murdered, took me over the ledge. When I say it took me this close over the edge, it really took me over the cliff. That was my best friend. He was my best friend. He was my protector. I mean, we were literally like Bonnie and Clyde. You know, he watched over me, and God knows I watched over him. I also, when he was in jail, I witnessed his last daughter, Diamond's, birth. It was me in the birthing room along with my baby's father's mother. It was just both of us. His baby mama in the birthing room of his last baby, Diamond, and his mother, her and I. That's how close we were. We were very close. She called me. I even had her a few weeks of her life when she was born. And that's how close we were. And when he even came, honestly, he even came to my not my wedding, but my reception. My daughter and him took pictures and everything together. That's how close we were. He came to my wedding reception. When I had surgery for my in my stomach, I needed somebody there to watch over me. He was there. He was on one side of the bed. My baby girl was in the middle, and I was on the other side of the bed. My room was upstairs. He walked me downstairs. I told him, I said, I got to go to the bathroom. He walked me downstairs. He walked me right back up. Never tried anything. He was a pure gentleman. That's how close we were. So when he was murdered, and me finding out, even though I knew that it wasn't my father, but then it was just on paperwork, like 99.100%, 100%, 99, whatever it is, he is not your father. That right there just took me over the ledge, because I was always running away from foster homes, from group homes. When I did get to stay at my biological's house, nothing there was mine. So, you know, and I wasn't getting treated right. You know, you call me, oh, you're adopted, you're a nigger baby, my mother don't love you, and when you get called those, who the hell would want to go there on the weekend? Who the hell would want to stay there? So that was me, and this is a true story. So, mind you, from 6 all the way on up to everything, I don't have no type of discipline, no type of nobody showing me, you know, the ropes of life. I don't have nobody telling me what's right and wrong. I had to learn all that on my own by watching TV, just on Good Times, Brady Bunch, anything that would show me what things what not to do. Hell, when I got my period, I thought I was dying. You know, nobody didn't teach me anything, you know. So I made some honest mistakes in my life because what was taught to me. Like, I remember one time my biological gave me 50 cents or 50 cents to go down the street to Guy's package store to get her a pack of Cool 100s. I think I was maybe 6 or 7 years old. I think I was like maybe 7 years old. And yes, he gave it to me. I have no reason to lie. 50 cents. And told me to go over there to across the street to Guy's package store and get a pack of Cools 100. A lot of people think, no, that can't be true. No, it is true. Because it's not like he didn't know my mother or my father, because it was the package store. It was Guy's package store. So yes, he gave it to me. So it's like this. I got taught that. that honestly anything could have happened to me when I think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had no business even going, even though it was right down the street. I had no business even doing that. But okay, I'm here today on a notion that is in real life, like in real life right now, that even as old as I am, you still long for parents. You still long like, why not me? How come them? I didn't do anything. I've been gone all my damn life with these people. You know, and I always wanted all of my children, every last one of them. I always wanted a big family because I didn't get that. I didn't get the family I thought I wanted. I didn't get that. So, mind you, as me being with no parents, no nothing, I didn't do any drinking until I say maybe about maybe 21. I turned 21. I was turning 21. That's when I started, you know, drinking a little bit. It wasn't to where like how it was where I'm gonna tell you. I started drinking, you know, 21. Okay, I did it. Because after that, I moved to Middletown, and I didn't come back till like 10 years later. And that's when I got pregnant with my daughter, my last one. So, mind you, I'm seeing stuff from me after I had my son. Okay, I didn't start being depressed until maybe when my son turned 5 or 6 years old. And now, you know, I'm married and everything, but I'm depressed, but I'm holding it. I'm like, damn, I'm feeling type of way, you know, but I'm holding it in. Nobody knows that I'm even depressed. Like, I hid it well. A lot of it didn't come out until after my 30s. When I hit my 30s, that's when I started being a lot depressed, and you know, it was starting to come out because I would just be in my room more. You know, I make sure the kids were fed and everything, but I didn't want to be fucked up with nobody, and everything. So I was, you know, depressed. I started to see somebody. But then the person, I wind up having to see somebody else because that person left. And I was like, damn, I just told you all my business. And now you're leaving. So I stopped. Then my abuela died. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. After my abuela died, my grandmother, honestly, that's when shit really hit the fan for me. That's when shit really hit the fan for me because she was the person I would talk to. And it was more on holidays. I would feel really bad on holidays. When holidays came up, you knew I felt some type of way because my grandmother, my abuela, she would talk to me and I would be like, but why, abuela, why don't she love me? How come she did this to me? How come what? And she would say, Sandy, don't worry about it. God don't like ugly. God's gonna get her, Sandy. And I'd be like, but why, grandma? Why did she do this to me? Why? And she talked to me every holiday or anytime I felt like I needed to talk. That's really was who my counselor was my abuela, my grandmother. So after she passed, I'm like, oh my god, that right there, that took me for a loop. Then, you know, me finding out who was it, my father, and then the murder of it. I nearly drank myself to death. I did. But then when I think about it, the people who I surrounded myself with knew my situation. They knew that I came from a broken home to where I was abandoned. They knew that I was abandoned. They knew my siblings, and they knew that I was never around. They knew that I was an abandoned child. And the people who I hung around with didn't mean me no good. They really did not care. that I look at it now, and I look back and everything, and because we're probably not friends now at all. Like, we separated ourselves and everything. Like, they see me in a bad place. Okay? But now, mind you, let me tell you some good shit. When I got tipsy and everything, I like to have fun. I was like, hey, what's up? I was party over here, party over there. Never no fights. I wasn't a mean drunk. I wasn't want to fight everybody. Like, come on, I want to fight. No. Never that. I was the type of person, like, yeah, I get tore up, you know what I mean, real fast, because I was small, you know what I mean. I couldn't hold liquor for shit. And mind you, people who I know, who I hung with, they were pill poppers, or they were doing drugs and everything. Now they don't even have teeth behind the fact that they did drugs and everything, but complained about me. How you complain about somebody who's just was chilling, having fun, and there's always somebody who's just trying to ruin your high of judgmental people who was halfway prostituting, or halfway just giving their ass away, or just freaking just pill popping, doing drugs, whatever, and I'm giving you the chance to hang out with me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not being judgmental on your shit, but you want to judge my shit? It was crazy to me when I think about it, now that I think about it, it's crazy to me how people can be judgmental when they're over there battling their own shit, but they so quick to judge a motherfucker who's minding their business, not starting no shit with nobody, was going through some shit and still held it together. That's why none of these people are my friends today. Because they're so judgmental on some shit that they need to have taken care of themselves. What else can I say? So, you see, I told you about basically the story of my life. This is just a recap of, for the people in the back. And listen, press the uploads button. I think it's somewhere up here. Press the uploads button to start from the beginning. Press the upload button right here to start from the beginning down there and work yourself up. Because listen, I told you all that you're going to see sometimes I'm crying. I go with the flow of how I'm feeling for that minute. You see me at my worst, no makeup, no nothing. So this is on daytime. This is on real time when I'm talking to y'all. This is on real time right here. And I told you that the other day I got my daughter's temporary headstone. Okay, and I'm just waiting for her headstone, her real headstone, to come in now. Okay, so I'm beyond having a hard time right now. Nobody would believe it, because right now how I'm looking at everything. But let me tell you something. When I'm behind this closed doors, when this camera stops right here, it's back to reality. Because I have to tell you some good shit. When my daughter passed away, I had somebody living with me, and I had to hold back my grievance and my cries because I was scaring them. So I couldn't even grieve and mourn in peace or right, because I had to hold it until I went outside in the car, and that's, in the car, and drive and cry and stuff like that. And then I would come back, as if nothing happened. Okay? So I had to stop it. I sacrificed myself for love of the person who was here. And that was very hard to do. That was the most hard thing to do. So now my mind and my heart and my soul is catching up to those times that I didn't get to do it, home. Because now my husband's at work. Before I had somebody here watching, I had somebody here, I didn't have to, worry about nothing. But now I'm here, in the home while my husband's at work. And I was going to the gym every day before my daughter passed, but a lot of things has happened to me right now. What's the word? I get very anxious when I'm around people, which has never happened to me before. Like the other day, I went to Stop and Shop. 2 people again came up to me. When I go to the store, I already put it in my mind, I'm going to go to the store, I'm just going to run in, I'm going to run out. I'm going to run in and I'm going to run out. Got my glasses on, I'm going to run in, I'm going to run out. But this day, I didn't have my glasses on, my sunglasses on, which I should have. And 2 people came up to me and they're like, Sandy, I'm sorry for your loss. I really broke down and, that was it. Like, I start shaking, I start shaking. And I'm nearly almost passing out on the ground. I'm forgetting things. A lot of things has happened to me mentally since this has happened to my daughter. Just me talking about my daughter just makes me want to cry. One doesn't make me want to cry, but I just wind up getting there. So, that's about it. I'm going to start doing different things on my YouTube channel very soon. When I talk to you all, it's on live time. Okay? I don't fake it. Today I had to go to an appointment for my back. So that's the reason why I'm dressed. And if it was any other time, I wouldn't have nothing on. I wouldn't want to do anything, So right now, this is real time. I don't wake up trying to put on no makeup, no eyelashes, no nothing. And I'm gonna tell you, when you bury a child or bury a loved one, so many things change. You really do get the real side of people. That I will say, you definitely wind up seeing people's true colors. I'm still learning. I'm still learning a lot. I'm still learning a lot from this. And every day I should be saying to myself, oh, I'm not shocked. But I'm shocked. I get shocked every day. It's something new. It really is. Things aren't how it used to be from back in the days where, friends were friends and, best friends, you had this, family was family. I never had that. Honestly, I don't even, all I care about is the people who I surround myself with now. Honestly, sometimes I do feel like, damn, I wish I would have had family. I wish I would have had some parents. I really do. Sometimes I do. As old as I am, you never stop wanting that. You never stop wishing, damn, I wonder how this would have been like. But a lot of people say, Santa, be happy the way that I ended up with, because I look at them and they're, at my biological side of the family, well, my siblings' side of the family, you know what I mean? Like, whack. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I don't hear from them. Haven't heard from them since my daughter's passing. My biological came for maybe 15 minutes, left. Haven't seen her after. Now it's my first time seeing her in 15 years. She went to my sister's house. I was there at my sister's house. My sister stopped her from coming up the stairs, so she wouldn't see me. My husband goes out there, and I'm like, what's going on? He was like, well, your mother's out there. She's talking to Rhea. She comes back up without her. She stopped her from coming up the stairs. I guess she told her that I was there. So, I see how family flip-flops. I've seen a lot of fake fuck the families. So, honestly, I can give two shits about family-wise anymore. I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I just care about the people who are in my life. Honestly. And that's basically really about it, because on the outside looking in, I know what I look like, and the outside looking in, other people what they look like, you know. So on that note, this is the Black Diamond Misfit. This is my story, and I'm the only one that could tell it.